I get to the point without wasting your time. Sub to my channel and hit that bell to not miss a future video.
Been constantly moving, and now it's time to keep our hype train with a franchise that you all are familiar with, Call of Duty, but now it's on your phone. My name is Jump. Of course, I'm joined here with Chris Plummer, VP of Mobile at Activision. Now, I asked you this right before we went live, and I'm going to ask you again. When Activision sat you down and they said, Chris, we're going to do Call of Duty, but we're going to do it mobile, what was your reaction?
Now is the perfect time. It is the perfect time for it. And we couldn't be more excited to bring Call of Duty to fans from around the world on the biggest platform on the entire planet.
Now, there are all sorts of different franchises or sub-franchises within Call of Duty. Of course, you've got the Black Ops, you've got Modern Warfare, then you had Infinite and Advanced Warfare and launch marks. Where does Call of Duty Mobile fit in this realm?
So with Call of Duty Mobile, we're trying to bring together sort of the best of the best from across the Call of Duty universe. So that includes content like maps and characters, weapons, and things from the Black Ops series as well as the Modern Warfare series, really together for the first time in one unique experience just for mobile.
So when you think about some of those foundation points, are you talking just maps, or are we going to see weapons, maybe specialist activations, the kill streak, score streak system? What sort of things can we expect from mobile?
Everything you just mentioned. So,
all right,
I mean,
the
thing that's great about Call of Duty is that over 15 years or so, it's just kind of refined an awesome gameplay format that is really unique and makes Call of Duty's flavor of FPS so special. So players can customize their unique loadouts. In fact, I got the game fired up right now, and I've got my loadout. It's displayed from the beginning. And you can trick out your score streaks, different operator perks, and operator skill. Of course, your weapons and primaries and secondaries, those are all upgradable as you play. So the more you play and put into it across all the different modes of the game, you're going to progress and unlock more ways to customize your player.
Does that also go and lean with the prestige system? I know everybody is in love with prestiging when it comes to Call of Duty. Obviously, the prestige races you would do with your friends. Do you guys have that integrated into mobile as well?
So our progression system is a little bit different because it's a game as service and it's a live operated service free to play. We want to make sure that players can continue to progress indefinitely without having to reset any of their progress. So you'll be able to play in Battle Royale or in multiplayer suite and progress and level up and never have that kind of reset moment. And we think that's important for a live free-to-play game.
Now, there are a lot of different shooters out there. Call of Duty, of course, being a franchise that has set the standard in a lot of ways from both the console standpoint. How do you feel that you guys are setting that standard for first-person shooters, specifically in the mobile franchise world?
Yeah, I mean, that is absolutely the goal here, by the way, to set the standard. I mean, we think that there's a lot of fun stuff happening in the marketplace right now, but we're bringing our own unique flavor. So multiplayer, for example, being able to jump into a match for 5 minutes or 10 minutes and have a really awesome MP experience using like proven game modes like Team Deathmatch, Search and Destroy, Control, these types of signature modes from across the Call of Duty games. We're bringing that into mobile to augment Battle Royale, which is sort of the deeper, longer session. So if you're standing in line at Starbucks, you might be able to pull out and do a quick match an MP, whereas if you got more time, you'll do Battle Royale or something else, or maybe just string together several multiplayer matches. So I think that's one way that we're doing it. It's giving people a lot more choices.
Now, when you think about Call of Duty as well, kind of hitting the key points that I remember growing up is being able to join that clan, being able to create a clan with your friends. The social experience that Call of Duty created back in the day and currently is a huge aspect of what makes it so enjoyable. How are you able to kind of take that to the next level or keep some of those same features on the mobile platform?
Yeah, I mean, the social play is integral to us. I mean, I have this with me all day long. My family's here connected to it. My friends are connected to it. The people I like to play with. This is a totally social device. So we are introducing clans as a feature within the game. So I can play with a separate friends list of just my my best friends, or I can play with a clan of people from around the world that is a persistent group that week after week I get playing with the same people over and over again. It's a much more intimate experience. Now, if you don't want to do that stuff, it's not forced. list. You can just get matched. We have great matchmaking. You'll matchmake with people from around the world. But if you have a friends list or you have a clan that you want to compete with, we support that right out of the box. And that kind of harkens back to the dawn of FPS games, right? Where clans are really where social gameplay was created, even before MMOs were doing it. So we're really proud to bring that into Call of Duty Mobile.
Now, we're getting a lot of these kind of gameplay footages in this, and you've kind of said it a couple times, but Battle Royale being a huge aspect in this game, we were talking a little bit before, and you said that you guys are trying to create a new experience, much different than the already Battle Royale that exists in the Call of Duty Blackout 3 or 4 franchise with Blackout.
Yeah, so you're seeing a little bit of it right here. So the operator skill you just saw is one of the unique aspects of our Battle Royale. So we're the first mobile Battle Royale game that actually has a class system. So we don't want to completely reinvent the way Call of Duty gunplay feels because that's so important, but it does give you some finesse play. Do you want a grappling hook with maybe a passive ability that lets you sneak a little more quietly? We have things like the Clown class, which has a toy bomb that will attract zombies to your enemies. We have sensor darts that can detect where enemies are. You can have deployable cover. So these are some of the special operator or class skills that you can bring into Battle Royale, and that's really fresh for the category on mobile. That's one of the unique aspects. Another thing that's really cool is that the map and topography is completely original. So we've designed this exclusively for mobile. It is absolutely massive, and it includes more locations from across the Call of Duty universe than you've ever seen before in a Battle Royale environment. So you might be flying through with a helicopter through some canyons or something and drop in and start a gunfight. Next thing you know, you're in a familiar environment like Nuketown or Kill House. And those maps were battle tested with millions and millions of hours of players, helped us refine that gameplay. So we know that the encounter spaces on our Battle Royale map are really the best in class. And so we're super excited to bring that.
But because it's mobile, it's all about doing it now and doing it sometimes in not as much time as you might necessarily have. Battle Royale sometimes taking 20 to 30 minutes depending on what you guys end up having, though you do have an opportunity with your multiplayer to go hop into a match a little bit quicker. Is that right?
Absolutely. So you can do a quick match. What we were doing just earlier before I came down is we were doing some friend matches where I can just literally summon you into a match and we can instantly all be playing together. But of course you can do quick matchmaking, and that gives people that 5-minute session or 10-minute session as an option. And for shooter players on mobile, we just want to make sure that you can play this game anywhere, anytime, the way you want to play.
Now, you kind of mentioned it a little bit more, and I'd like to, revisit this customization feature that you are thinking about. Not only do you have that class-based system in the Battle Royale, but it does seem like, as you always have been able to do in Call of Duty, is basically create the perfect loadout for you. And how much are they able to do that more now that you're bringing the different universes together in mobile?
Yeah, well, we definitely have more content that we can bring into your player customization. As you progress through the game, and our progression, by the way, is tied across all the different features. So if you're playing Battle Royale or MP, all that progression is tied together, and you're unlocking not only new weapons and new loadout slots, but actually entirely new loadout, unique loadout. So I might have an assault loadout or a sniper loadout, and you can basically trick those out separately. So if you and I are playing in a clan or as a friend match, like, man, I really need a sniper with this, boom, I've got my sniper loadout, and we go in together. So you have 5 different loadouts you can unlock and customize as you progress through the game.
And we're seeing this kind of examples of this toy bomb that you're talking about. And in the history of Call of Duty, I've never seen something quite like this, where you're using it and literally summoning zombies for your enemy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun. And honestly, the gratification of taking somebody out that didn't know that the zombies were coming up behind them, or you're shooting them from the other side, is pretty awesome. So that's one of our favorite little gadgets in class play.
Go ahead. No.
Well, I was just going to say that the point of it, though, is that it just adds a little bit of finesse and surprise. We're not trying to change fundamentally the Call of Duty gunplay. I have to say we've literally spent months and months on just getting the weapon feel and getting that kind of like engagement, how it feels in your hand, how it feels when it reloads, the blast patterns, all that stuff to be just perfect. So when you pick up this game and you start getting in a firefight, it should feel different. It's a different level of engagement in FPS.
What's the experience like been at this studio and maybe having conversations with the team from the actual, the Call of Duty console standpoint over at Activision once you guys, came up with the decision that you were going to do mobile and kind of just noticing the evolution of players worldwide now that we're starting to see this rise of mobile gaming?
Well, I think everyone's just super excited to bring Call of Duty finally to the world's biggest platform. And it's a unique experience that's really catering to that on-the-go type of play style. And so, we have awesome Call of Duty options, whether you want to play in your home theater or you want to play on the go. And I think just overall, we're super stoked about it.
All right. Well, I know you might not be able to give too many details, but do we have any idea of when we're going to be able to get our hands on this and actually get some playtime in?
So right now we're 100% focused on just getting the quality to the way we want it, and that means that we are beta testing it currently in Australia. Over time we'll be rolling out to additional territories, and once we feel it's just absolutely perfect, that's when we'll turn it on for the whole world.
All right, well, he said a lot without even saying anything, but we do know that Call of Duty Mobile is on the way. Chris, before we go, any last words or any last thoughts on what we can expect from Call of Duty Mobile in the coming months?
You're just going to be able to experience really the definition of what a multiplayer shooter should be on a mobile device, really for the first time, with more ways to play, and whatever your time slice is, and at 60 frames per second, super polished. Call of Duty, we're ready to bring it.
Call of Duty, anywhere, anytime, any place, you're going to be able to get your COD skills in. Thank you so much, Chris, for coming and hanging out with me. You're going to get a handshake with a pen, but it's fine. Facebook Gaming at E3 will be right back. We've got Oculus on the way. Don't go anywhere.